I never thought postman would be a thing. Uh-oh, here it comes.
Welcome, please be seated. Can everybody hear me okay? Even in the back? All right. Can everybody see me? I'm on a downhill and I'm kind of short. All right. Thank you all for joining us here today as Amber and Vince pledge their love for one another and make a truly wonderful commitment of their own. Before we start, just want to remind everybody, see how mine is off? Just this once, please try to be like me. We have an awesome team of videographers and photographers. If you can't turn it off for whatever reason, please just make sure it's on silent so we can give all of our attention to what's happening right here and right now. How you doing? How you doing?
Surgical.
Exactly. We're here today to witness a celebration of love between Amber and Vince. There's a formality and a finality to the commitment you're making here today that is to be celebrated. And your willingness to be here together and make that commitment is what has brought us all here together today. On the other hand, the end of this ceremony won't change anything. Today does not represent the creation of your love, but rather the affirmation of it. Today is neither the beginning nor the end of your story, but rather the close of the first chapter of your relationship in favor of a new, exciting one as husband and wife. It is important to remember that marriage is not just a commitment to give love, but also to allow yourself to be open enough to receive it back. For true intimacy is not just in being willing to bear difficult things, but to trust your partner so completely that you can offer your vulnerabilities to them as well. It is in this give and take that will allow you to continue not just to grow, but to grow together, as friends, as spouses, and formally from this day forward, as a family. There's a quote often misattributed to Aristotle from the American writer Will Durant. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Moving forward from this day, I would encourage you to remember that while sweeping and grandiose acts of love, like, say, this wedding, are memorable and indeed also very important, more important than that are those habits, those kind words, those selfless gestures, being a shoulder to cry on, the small, everyday acts of love that may not always be seen, but are always felt. Look around. Come on, do it. You can see, look at all these people. They are all here not only to celebrate your love, but to add to it. Love is multiplicative. And there is a lot of it to be found here in this park today. Right?
Yeah!
If I could wish one thing for the two of you, I would wish that as you begin your life together as husband and wife, that you remember and treasure the love you feel. Not just for each other, but from every single person here today, every day, for the rest of your lives. Amber and Vince will now read the vows they've prepared for this occasion. I can hold it for you, or you can hold it.
You read the print and I read it.
Yeah. Don't read them at the same time.
We got this, okay? Amber, it's been nearly 4 years since you came into my life. An interesting time, considering it was a period where I was convinced that I wasn't ready to find any companion, much less a life partner. Somehow our chance meeting at an oyster roast put those thoughts to the test, considering I tried my best to identify things you liked and spammed those conversation points as best as I could. There were memorable challenges that night, but fate would have us both calling for the same shared ride heading to Buckhead. You to your apartment, and me to a local speakeasy to drink off what I thought was an embarrassing attempt to get your number. Oh man, fate's giving me a second chance. Fast forward about a week later to our first kiss. This moment was punctuated in my mind by the fact that Atlanta United won the MLS Cup. Nothing bad was reported on the local news that night, actually. And the fact that so much serotonin was rushing through my head. I knew that I had to play it cool and not make this bigger than what it really is. It was likely that you had other suitors around, and considering Kumani's needs, I didn't want to overload a good thing. Time passes and we become a couple. We rip through the Midwest meeting family members, undergo highs and challenges that eventually put us before our friends and loved ones in way more clothes than I expected to wear at a state park. Only you would choose the state park where I was chased by bats.
It's true story.
Nearly ran into a poisonous snake habitat and hid my discomfort with a smile. Amber, you challenge me in so many ways, but it always helps me grow into a better person, and I promise to use that growth to give us a life of comfort when feasible and resilience when things get tough. I vow to be honest with you, be a team during the homemaking and co-parenting process, and eventually figure out your rotating organization patterns. I look forward to seeing what happens after this critical milestone, besides more expensive health insurance. It's gonna be a great ride.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Take your time.
I don't know if I can project my voice. Vince, something I said to you that I never said to anyone before one morning was, I want to try with you. You said calmly and cheerfully, I want to try with you too, knowing exactly what I meant. That was a huge moment for me. I found someone that's willing to put the work in with me and not give up easily. You weren't gonna just swipe me away for someone else when it got tough. When I was moving into my now our house, we had been dating for about 3 months at that point, and you helped put together the IKEA wardrobe. We were both struggling with it, and it was approaching 2 a.m. I said, let's just go to bed and finish later, and you were determined to help me get it done. And I was just so blown away. I was just in this moment of shock, like, wow, he is a real one. He's really determined. I appreciate how you keep reminding me that we are a team and we are in this together. When I stress about my finances or maintaining the house, I'm so proud of you, how you were able to make a career shift so you could help support a family. We will keep being determined with each other, love each other, and I look forward to being a team with you for the rest of my life. I promise to grow with you and build a better life each day as we learn from each other to be patient, kind, and giving.
That's awesome.
Take each other's hands like you like each other.
Oh, I guess I'll hold like this then.
Whatever works for you. Do you, Vince, take Amber to be your wife, to not only give love, support, and understanding, but also to fully accept these things as well?
I do.
And do you, Amber, take Vince to be your husband, to not only give love, support, and understanding, but also to fully accept these things as well?
I do.
Come on, if I could have the ring pillow.
Good job.
Buddy.
I'll see if I can do it. Hold on.
Okay.
Now I need to not drop them. Just a simple bow knot, they said. I got it. Probably. Maybe. I got it. There we go. One. Those are in there. Good. There we go. You know? Wedding rings are our emotions brought into the physical world. They are a symbol of everlasting love, as well as a symbol to show the world that you have been fortunate enough to enter into this marriage commitment. Each time you slip your ring on or off, remember this day and how you feel now, and let each and every day of your marriage be full of the same love and adoration for each other you experience now. So we'll start with Amber, which is this one, I believe.
Okay.
If you'd repeat after me. Vince,
Vince.
please accept this ring as a symbol of my love.
Wait, this one? This one?
Well,
Wait.
Wait,
Wait.
just say the whole thing. And then
Vince,
put it
will you accept this ring as a symbol of my love?
in. For you above all others.
For you above all others.
This ring is a symbol of my promise
This ring is a symbol of my promise
that wherever our journey takes us,
that wherever our journey takes us,
I will be there for you with my whole being
I will be there with you with my be there for you with my whole being
and whole heart
and
from,
whole heart
from this day until my last.
from this day until my last.
With this ring I thee wed.
With this ring I thee wed. This finger, right? Okay. Yes. Look at it, so good.
Amber,
Amber,
Yes, yes.
please accept this ring as a symbol for my love.
please accept this ring as a symbol of my love.
For you above all others.
For you above all others.
It's my promise that wherever our journey takes us,
It is my promise that wherever our journey takes us,
I will be there for you with my whole being
I will be there for you, my whole being
and whole self
and whole self,
from this day until my last.
from this day until my last.
With this ring I thee wed.
With this ring, I thee wed.
Got it?
And there it is, it's in there. That's pretty.
Looks great. Marriage is that wonderful commitment that allows you to give of yourself fully and freely each and every day. For each new day is a new opportunity to make your partner feel loved and appreciated, which in turn fills you with that special feeling of joy. When both partners commit to each other fully, marriage becomes a never-ending circle of love and support. I am happy to announce that you may now kiss each other. As an ordained minister of the Universal Life Church, I pronounce you husband and wife. And for the very first time, I would like to introduce everybody to Mr. and Mrs. Bailey. Make some noise.